Alright guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is jerninhgam here, people of the world, new subscribers, old subscribers, people who never joined my YouTube channel before and they just seen me for the first time. COVID-19, the UK's largest known coronavirus patient has died. So, we don't know about the new variants, there could be other things as well, but I'm going to be showing you this video. It's very heartbreaking. A lot of people lose their loved ones over coronavirus, especially cancer, and especially any other diseases like MS, multiple sclerosis, and sometimes liver failure for a lot of people. They die as well. Very saddening in the world, and for a person like me, it's been through cancer myself. It's not nice, and losing loved ones of my family too. Like I say, and you get these bullies and you get these haters out there that don't know what they're talking about, and they try and annoy you, say horrible things to you, slight you, and say you've never had it. How do they know? They've not been there. They probably do it to a lot of people, and there's some people that do believe people and know it's genuine. When I tell you things, it's genuine. There's a lot of people that lie in the world, but the thing is, I'm too clever. And some people always say, what do you mean by that, Jerningham? If I wanted to tell you something, I'd tell you something. And if I wanted to say something, I'd say something to you. Nothing to hide. I'd always tell the truth. Sometimes some people tell white lies, but that's different. But anyway, let's get into this video and see what we can see.
You'd do anything for me. You'd do anything for the kids.
4 months ago, there was hope. Jason Kelk, the man who had been hospitalised by COVID longer than anyone else in the country, took his first few steps since being admitted to hospital in March 2020. But it was ultimately to be a cruelly false hope. His wife Sue says that last month, after Jason contracted 2 infections and suffered a relapse which saw him having to be put back onto a ventilator, he decided he'd had enough.
He couldn't do the things he was doing. He got more and more depressed, more and more fed up with everything. Nobody could tell him what was going to happen, whether he'd get back to where he was, and if he did, how long for. And I think he just couldn't take it anymore. He just didn't want to. He just gave up, really. I think he'd fought so hard for so long, and he just couldn't face doing it again.
Jason, a 49-year-old IT professional at a primary school in Leeds, had underlying health conditions, asthma and type 2 diabetes. He knew his best prognosis would still mean a tracheostomy, limited physical exertion and dialysis. But for months, he fought on.
I really didn't know he had it in him. He's always been a bit of a wimp, really, as far as, if he got ill, it was dramatic, he was dying. And, when he really was, and when he really needed to, he found strength from somewhere. And unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Jason was admitted to St James's intensive care unit at about the same time that Derek Draper, the husband of TV presenter Kate Garraway, was also hospitalised. Mr Draper has thankfully now been allowed home to continue his recovery.
With long COVID, it seems that we're seeing an emerging population of about 10 to 20% of people who've had COVID-19 who develop longer-term symptoms. Going forward, we have to define a set of criteria where we can actually then assign a diagnosis, a label of long COVID to these type of patients, to the exclusion of other things like hay fever or other chronic fatigue syndrome related causes. And then we can then develop a treatment program for them.
After over 14 months of hoping and caring for Jason, his death has been a devastating blow for his widow and step-family. But Sue says the memories of her soulmate and of his bravery in his final hours will last forever. Fraser Maud, Sky News.
Like I say, guys and girls, I didn't know the guy, but anyway, rest in peace. I know it's a struggle for a lot of us in this world, this virus. None of us deserve to die. Pardon me, lose our lives early. But anyway, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.